Now I reckon that's working, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like it's working.
Yeah, it's going well.
It's doing stuff with the blue jaggy bits. Okay. Good evening anyone who's watching this video, and I am the very good Mr. Euan G. Mackey, and this is a Pokemon battle that I had a couple of weeks ago. I can't really remember when it was, but we've got 5 people if you include me, to do a commentary on it. So we've got Miles beside me, we've got Craig sitting over there, which you can't see because this is audio, but Josh is beside him, and we've got Andrew as well, and everybody who is here takes part in the Pokemon battles that happen at Min-Max on a Tuesday. It used to happen on a Sunday, and it doesn't anymore. It's a Tuesday now. They're different days, in case you don't know. So now that I've done a weird introduction, we're going to watch this battle, and just keep it as natural as we can, gentlemen, and I'll just press play.
Well, as natural as I can make it.
Yeah, I know you'll be excited with Stealth Rock, but a little bit of an earthquake there, and there we are. It's
Look, there might be Stealth
now,
Rock.
if you don't know if you can see my team already, you've probably noticed, my goodness, Euan, 3 not fully evolved things on that team, and an Ariados. This chap was called Brutality. I have no idea why.
Must be a Mortal Kombat fan.
Probably. Here he starts with a Swampert, and I start off with Itzy. As an Itsy Bitsy Spider, the Ariados. It is clever. Now he goes to Earthquake, and I don't take a lot of damage here. No, I'm not, because Itzy's solid. And it's a Life Orb Swampert for some reason. So I set up the Sticky Web here, because I'm clever, right? And I think, right, I do have Giga Drain on that Ariados, but I decided, you know what, I don't want to mess around with this. So I brought in Caitlin, named after my friend Caitlin. She isn't really a Gastrodon, but for some reason I've named this Gastrodon Caitlin.
Craig, look, Stealth Rock.
Yeah, well, there wasn't Stealth Rock, but that will appear in this battle. Caitlin loses a bit of speed. But Caitlin's not scared of a Swampert, even though he's using Ice Punch for some reason. I've got Rocky Helmet on this Gastrodon as well. I don't know why he would use an Ice Punch on a Gastrodon, but it's fine. Life Orbed as well, it's a bit strange. I had Ice Beam on it, so we're just going to keep trading Ice type attacks pretty much. I think I'm doing a lot more damage than he is. So he gets rid of his Swampert, which is absolutely fine. Brings out... Oh wait, Miles, you'll recognise this.
Is this the Contrary Superior?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think it's ran the same way as you, but I just stay in here and recover. Not really intending to stay in. I think I'll switch out into something. I don't remember what I switch out to, in fairness. I think I switch out into Frisbee. I hope I switched out into Frisbee. Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
There's Frisbee. Okay. Because it's Sticky Web is already on the field, as you probably all saw. And Frisbee's out here just to kind of take care of this Superior, because my other walls, well, you could kind of maybe count Ariados as a wall. Frisbee can't use gravity, it's just not fair. Frisbee goes away. Who do I bring it here? Oh, Itzy, yeah. Itzy can kind of take a Leaf Storm and threaten Superior out, but I didn't expect to reflect, in fairness, but I'm so used to taking on Miles and his Superior, and he always does just Leaf Storm. Giga Drain. And he brings out Heatran, which I didn't really want to see at all.
Oh boy.
No, what's Heatran?
So the speed drops, and I'm like, well, you know what? It's absolutely fine. I'll Shadow Sneak you for no reason, just for a little bit of damage, which absolutely no damage at all. So Itzy, you can leave. I was kind of in trouble. Then out comes Chuck Rock, which is a Regirock. He's about to do probably your favourite thing.
Oh, Craig. Why did he name it Craig?
Because I got it in Gen 5 and White 2, and I don't like you, so I'm not naming anything after you. Ever.
Nothing personal.
We used Protect. I think he was he thought maybe an Earthquake, and I thought, no, don't be silly. Oh, there it is. Stealth Rock fired straight from the groin of a huge rock golem. And I've got leftovers on it as well, because it's defensive, and I thought that would be the best way to support this team. I'm aware that everything, like 2 of the walls on my team are weak to grass, but I've got so many other poison types on the team to maybe threaten them out. Anyway, this Drain Punch does nothing. But I thought that might frighten the Heatran out. It doesn't, of course, he just stays in.
Good defense on that.
Yeah, I know. Chuck Rock, I never invested in the attack or anything. It's all defense, all special defense, all hit points. Again with the earth power, and I think as much as Chuck Rock does really well against some things like Talon Flames, and I thought I'd keep him in just to make sure that he gets the Stealth Rock up. Now I should have been paying attention. I don't think I did Gravity. Maybe I did. Anyway, Battle Smurf comes out, which if you haven't noticed already is a Meditite.
Very clever.
Meditite's solid. I don't know why people don't use it. It brings in a Clefable, and I think that's absolutely fine.
It's a Meditite.
Yeah. Now this Clefable is clearly magic guard because it doesn't take any damage from rocks. But did you see how much that fake out did? A lot. Quite a lot. That's because Meditite still has an amazing attack stat, but Battlesmurf has to leave to go way back off to run away for Gargamel. Frisbee's back on the field because I thought there's nothing Clefable can really do to it unless it's got Flamethrower, but I've got Heat Proof on Frisbee and not Levitate because within Gravity, Levitate would suffer pretty much. I wouldn't have an ability, so it's far better to have Heat Proof for this team anyway. So Superior's it again. This guy kept switching in Superior, I have no idea why.
Probably thing, is it?
Probably for the speed boost and to get himself set up. But anyway, I fire off the Gravity here. And now this team's set up. It took a wee while to set up because Chuck Rock and that Heatran had a bit of a fracas at one point. But in comes Brian Ferry, so Nidorino. And it's exactly what I wanted, hoping it would taunt me so that this choice band Hustle Nidorino would be choice locked into one of its moves, which I think. Keep in mind, it's put up a Reflect there. And then this is a Poison Jab from a choice banded Hustle Nidorino. Goodbye, Superior. How good's that?
Very good.
Off it goes. It's not to be messed with. I mean, if you think about it, it's not got great attack on the surface, but with Hustle and holding a choice band, this is where I do a really stupid thing. I should have just switched, because I've got attacks that would have taken that Swampert out, but I felt confident, forgetting that the Reflect was up. I thought, oh, Poison Jab will probably poison and take him out. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything. So he just decides to Earthquake the piss out of me, and that's the end of Brian Ferry, who could have been really useful there. That's why the Gravity's on the team in the first place, so that he doesn't miss with Hustle and he can just sweep the whole team. That's why the Sticky Web's there. But Itzy makes an appearance. Now, Itzy could have used Giga Drain here, but there's no point. Shadow Sneak takes the Swampert out, and the Swampert's gone.
Swampert down.
Very exciting. Gravity returned to normal, and I realise I don't really need as much as the Gravity would stop Latias being able to levitate over things. It's not really that important now. Nothing on the team's really using any ground related attacks on it. So I bring in Frisbee. I think I wanted to get the Gravity set back up again anyway because I've got Gravity Hypnosis on this Bronzor. And who uses a Bronzor? Bronzor's where it's at. Shadow Ball. I reckon I tried to set up Gravity again. I think I did. I don't remember. It would help if I watched this battle prior to this. Not bothered about Thunderwave because I've also got Rest on it, so I don't know what this guy was thinking. If you notice, so far I've managed to still survive against a guy that's using OU stuff. And maybe I got lucky, I don't know. I definitely don't get lucky here because as time goes by he doesn't get confused once and just continues to Shadow Ball me until Frisbee goes down. Spoiler alert, Frisbee goes down in the next couple of times. But don't worry, Craig, Stealth Rock is still on the field.
It's okay, Craig.
It's not going, you don't have to worry. He's really pleased. He's got a Stealth Rock himself.
He's Stealth Rocked his nut.
Oh, he's Stealth Rocked his nut, definitely. There's another Shadow Ball, and down goes Frisbee. Now, I do have various bits of priority on this team as well, and I've already lost his name, Brian Ferry. He had Shadow Punch, not Shadow Punch, he had Sucker Punch, sorry. Right now, Caitlin's probably the best bet for my team here, so I decide, right, I think I'll not so much stall out, but build up Caitlin to be the tank that she is, so that it would put a dent in whatever his plans were. He was just going to keep hitting me with Shadow Ball, but I can recover as much as my special defence will drop. I've got stockpile and I can kind of switch out if I need to, so everything's fine, I'm not worried. It's a wee bit stally, but not so much. Yeah, you get rid of your Latias, no one cares. This is a weird switch. I think this is how I managed to win. He brings in Terrakion for some reason. The Terrakion probably could have done all manner of damage to me with a fighting type attack, so I thought, well, Ice Beam, because that was really aiming for the Latias. He keeps Terrakion in for some reason, I don't know why. Goes for the Swords Dance. I'm not entirely sure why he did this. So I just scald him. And Water type as well, have you forgotten? You know? I think he realised what he did. No, I think he realised what he did. And he's like, right, okay, I'll switch out. Fair enough, we'll bring in Clefable. And this is what I was worried about. I thought, as you know, Josh, you've got a Clefable of your own.
Yeah.
if you build up Clefable, there's really nothing that can stop it. And I remember my first X and Y battles against Robert, and even with a critical cross poison from his Crobat, he still couldn't take my Clefable out. So, I don't think it was a critical hit in fairness, but he still couldn't take it out, and I don't know if that was just me being lucky. Doing absolutely nothing to Caitlin, she just sits there and accepts the Moonblast. Now I can't try and remember how much he's got. He's got his Latias, Clefable. Someone else is there. Terrakian's there, and Heatran. So I think he's got more than I do. He's just going to keep Moonblasting the piss out of me for some reason, but it's not really too effective. Now what I don't understand here is that his whole team of OU things. I mean, I think some of them would be UU if you go by Smogon rules, and you shouldn't, because Smogon's for gays. But everything's been walled here by Gastrodon, which, if you haven't already seen it, is a slug with horns. That's pretty much it. Named after my friend Caitlin. When she sees this video, she'll probably ask me why she's named after it. Like, I don't know Caitlin, so don't ask me. No idea why. Right, this is why I have the Ice Beam. Originally I had Earth Power, and I realised as good as Earth Power was, there was a lot of things that on the team that were already threatened by Nidorino having Drill Run, stuff like that. So you know what, I'll just Ice Beam instead. And I think is this where I get incredibly lucky? No, I don't. He's just going to keep roosting, but I don't know if you've ever used like Mega Latias, anyone who's here.
I've used it on my Omega Ruby run. My first Omega Ruby run.
There we are, there's a freeze, because I've got one in my doubles team. Yeah, I've got one in my doubles team, and it's really good because I use Reflect Type to copy whatever's against me so I can wall them out even harder, and I've got Ice Beam if the possibility's there to freeze them. Now Heatran's not a lot of bother because I think Caitlin is faster. Now the only reason I wasn't using Scald here is not because I'm silly, it's because I thought if he works out that I'm just going to Scald Heatran, he's going to switch in Latias. That's why I kept Ice Beaming. Maybe I was over predicting, but then he keeps hitting me with an Ancient Power, I think to raise his stats and become even more tanky. But he's Life Orb, so there would be almost no point to do that. I don't understand. This guy was going for sheer power, and I'm not even sure why. But I don't think you can freeze a Heatran either. You probably can. I should know this. I'm a Pokemon master, in case you haven't noticed. But yeah, he gets a crit there. But we're fine with that, because the Life Orb's eventually going to wipe out Heatran, so just stay in for as long as possible. And you'll remember that this happened, Josh, when my what was it? My Chime Echo managed to stall out your Weavile.
Oh, that.
Just sat there getting bulky, and the Life Orb Weavile eventually just punched itself to death.
Yeah, CJ the Weavile.
Look at that, Heatran's down because Gastrodon stalled it out. Caitlin the Gastrodon just recovers off all the damage, and Caitlin's alright. So there, no bother. But I don't know, Terrakion comes in, but remember Stealth Rock's on the field, and I've spat on the screen, look. I didn't mean to. There it is. Terrakion's gone, so there's nothing more this guy can do as far as Terrakion's concerned, and he's got his Clefable, and I think that's it.
Final Pokemon?
I think his team's just been beasted. I think, do I sit here and Scald all the time? I don't think I do. Moonblasts me.
Oh boy, this seems similar. It seems familiar, sorry.
Yeah. Although as it stands, who wins out of these two tanks? It's probably going to be Gastrodon, because his Clefable's, I don't know if it's built around being offensive with a bit of recovery, but I made Gastrodon have everything in its physical defense, special defense, and hit points. So, well, a little bit in the hit points because it doesn't really need that much more hit points. It's got a stat of 111, I think 110. The burn will do nothing, of course, because it's Magic Guard Clefable. Had it been unaware Clefable, though, it would have been doing more damage to me because of the stockpile boosts, but it hasn't. You know, it isn't hasn't done an awful lot of damage, and that's because it doesn't have the unaware ability. I'm pretty sure I come in here with Itzy and do some damage, and I think I work out that Ariados is incredibly underrated. It can sticky web, and it's got 2 priority moves, and it can learn Giga Drain. What's not to like about that? And it's a spider.
Arachnophobia.
Yeah, there it is. Itzy. Itzy has appeared. Uses Moonblast. Now Moonblast shouldn't really do anything. It's also Focus Sash, but its Sash was broken a long time ago. Oh, special attack. Not that I use it. The only special attack. What? Follow me for some reason. No idea why.
Must be a doubles Clefable.
Ooh, here we go.
Maybe look at that for damage. There's nothing it can really do there. Yeah, I don't know if. Yeah, I do outspeed because of the sticky web. And there you go, Clefable. That's you done. So I think Itzy won the battle for this there. Oh no, he's got Latias there. But Latias, if we all remember, is frozen. So there's nothing he can really do. Now, I reckon if his Latias hadn't been frozen, I'd have lost. But he just forfeits when it gets to that point. So he had... well, we're not getting to see... oh my god, the traffic cones appeared. Excellent, that must be the end. So we'll pause that there.